Hey, y'all.
Hey, welcome to Enjoy the Chaos.
We're back. We always say that.
We do. I know.
We're back.
Just guess who's back.
Clearly, we're back.
Back again.
Back. And so we talked about last time what we would tell our future selves.
Yes, future and past.
And past.
Yes.
And so we love that episode, but I feel like it was kind of short. So we've decided to actually kind of add on to that as part two.
That's
right.
Part
to get to hear a little more. There's so much out there that we could tell our younger and older selves.
Yes.
Really. So we're going to elaborate on that. But before that,
we're just taking it back to old classic, a little Cabernet.
Oh, yes. Yes.
We've really been making the holiday cocktails the past couple of episodes, which has been great. And so far, the spiked apple cider has been the overwhelming winner. I've had several people reach out to me about that. Other people have made it. Now, I do need to put out a disclaimer. I did not make that drink up. So funny. It was like, how did you come up with those ingredients? The Pinterest made that drink up.
Pinterest.
So I cannot take credit for that concoction. Now, we do kind of make it our own because we put all the Prosecco in it instead of just the little
bubbles.
Few ounces that it calls for. Yeah. But today I went to visit our friend at Bottoms Up, who has been very supportive of our podcast, and she has shared things. She comments.
Yep.
And she walked me around the store today, showed me a lot of new stuff. She's going to help us come up with a really cool cocktail for our first Christmas episode that we have coming up.
So excited about that.
And gave me this recommendation on the wine.
Yes.
So I've had an educated guess Cabernet before, but not this particular one. I didn't know there was more than one. And this one's actually from Napa.
Yeah.
So this is apparently their higher end cab.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what we're trying out today. We're taking it back to the classic, the red wine. You just kind of can't go wrong with a good glass of red.
It's a good time for that because it's a little cooler.
Yes.
Finally. Finally. I shouldn't say that because tomorrow will be hot. No, I'm just kidding. It is supposed to be cooler.
Yes.
So I'm excited about that.
Maybe we're finally in the fall.
Yes, exactly. I do want you to mention though, Sarah, with Bottoms Up. So the lady that you met today, she was at a little function and she created this beautiful little logo thing with the ingredients on it. And so she shared that. So we will share that on our blog. Yes. Bottoms Up on our blog. And then of course the recipe for that drink is there. But we do really appreciate her because she's kind of tagged us in it and shared that. So I don't know. Thank you to her. She's amazing. And we will definitely go to Bottoms Up. And I love that she kind of took you on a little tour.
She did. So she's kind of become our unofficial cocktail sponsor.
I love it.
For the Enjoy the Chaos.
Thank you, Bottoms Up.
Thank you, Bottoms
Up. In Albany, Georgia.
Yes. And it's just a beautiful store. So if you haven't been in there yet, it's a beautiful store.
Yes.
And they are going to start doing tastings every Thursday for the fall of different things. So I think that schedule's on their Facebook page. So April and I are going to really try and say what we do what we say, do what we want to say. And do a live. I mean, we always talk about adding extra content to YouTube, adding extra content to our Facebook page.
We gotta do this.
And then our life gets chaotic and we don't ever do it. But we're going to really try to make it to one of those and do a little live from there because they've been so great to support us.
Fun.
Yes.
So much fun.
Yes.
And we'll let y'all know. Surely there's a schedule or something. So maybe we can post the schedule on our blog.
Yep.
So then you'll be able to know when you're going to go.
And speaking of the blog, the website's live. We did mention it last week. The website is live. We are enjoythechaospodcast.org. Yes. I think the first time I posted it .net because I'm 40 and I don't know how to use the internet. But it's actually .org.
That's right.
Yes, enjoythechaospodcast.org.
I think it's funny. And probably people who are younger know this, but I've really had to learn social media, like, putting the links on, like how to do the links, like paste the link. You can create a title for the links. Like that is not the easiest thing to do. So
no,
I'm not going to tell you how much time I spend on trying to share one of our episodes or our blog, or it takes me a little time.
It does.
I hope I'm not the only one out there.
It does me too.
That I struggle. And if you put a song on it, like Maddie, my oldest, is like, oh my gosh, it takes me forever to pick a song. I'm like, why is this?
Do you actually
just do it?
Are you intentional about the song, or it's just the first song that comes up?
No, gosh, no. Because I'm like, oh my gosh.
In full transparency, sometimes when the song is on there, I'm like, well, this was an interesting choice of music.
I do try to be intentional, but there's sometimes I'm like, I'm over it. Just go with it. Just go with what, because it'll like suggest a song, you know?
Sure.
And so sometimes I'm just like, whatever. It is what it is. But I do try to be intentional sometimes. But that's difficult. It can literally take me 15 to 30 minutes to post.
To do a story. But I'm very appreciative that you do them, because then I can just share them to mine and I don't have to go through the legwork of actually doing it.
It's the least I can do.
But it's funny that you talk about social media, because I thought about that today when I was thinking, okay, well, what are we going to talk about as far as what we would tell ourselves, past or future?
Yeah.
And I think I would warn myself about social media.
That's a good one. Yes.
Because it had a period in my life where it did a lot more harm than good, because you can get real caught up in the comparison game. Absolutely. And I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
And it used to drive Jean bananas.
Oh yeah, Chad too.
That I would compare, especially, the people that post about, oh, you're the sun to my moon and the milk in my cereal and where would I be without you and da-da-da-da-da.
Really?
And then the only good thing about Facebook was that Gene didn't forget my birthday.
Ooh,
because it would remind him, He's off social media, so he doesn't have any.
I was going to say, he's off.
So he's off. He's been off for probably over a year now.
Wow.
But for this reason, because it just was so negative.
It is.
And that's what he would tell me. He was like, so it doesn't matter to you that I tell you that I love you to your face and that I act like I love you, but the fact that I don't post it on social media means I don't love you. I'm like, well, obviously.
Yeah, because that's the
I want everybody else to know about it.
Facts,
yeah.
Right?
So that was a big thing that was hard for me to get over was comparing. But then it's always really funny because you hear about all these people that post about how much they love each other and all the things, and then 2 weeks later they're getting a divorce.
I know. I mean,
and it tends to be the people that cry the loudest about how much they love their spouse. That they're overcompensating.
That something happens.
Not every time.
No,
obviously.
not every time. But
I'm sure some
I agree.
Of these unicorn couples are out there that generally do.
That's right.
Probably are not planning their next marriages like some of us, but
we are not doing
I kid.
No, I agree that with social media though, being, I think reminding yourselves that how social media is, and reminding yourself that, you're going to have to teach probably your children about it and the dangers and the things that, we're adults, so it's a little different, but teenagers and even smaller children on social media, we've talked about it before, that, that can be really harmful to them because they're glued to it nonstop.
And it's not realistic.
Some form of.
It took me a long time as an adult to learn that, wait, that's not really how tiny that person's waist is.
That's exactly right.
Or that was a filter on their face. Like when the filters first came out.
Like, oh my gosh, you don't even look like yourself.
Right. I was like, where are you? I need to go get whatever that.
Yeah. What are you taking?
But it turns out you're just taking a filter.
That's right.
So I think we're moving even further towards that with, all the virtual reality.
Yes.
Like, good Lord, if I ever have to go in the metaverse, y'all just might as well
we talked
like
about
my
the
grandma here and just put me in a box. What? Like, you're supposed to buy a house, you're supposed to buy clothes. Like, I have all those things in the real world.
Why would I put that thing on and be in the metaverse?
Yeah, I'm not interested in that.
So people are heavy in that.
We're turning into WALL-E.
WALL-E,
the Disney movie.
Yes.
Be WALL-E.
Oh my gosh.
So that's what we need to warn our future selves about.
100%.
Stay active.
Yes.
And don't get in virtual reality.
No. You'll be doomed. Don't do it.
That's right. Don't do it. Stay with the three-dimensional people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Really be active. We talked about that last time.
Is there a WALL-E world at Disney?
I'm so sorry. That was so funny. There's not a WALL-E world. No.
Because people call Walmart WALL-E world. B didn't get WALL. I thought that was so funny. It's a WALL-E world ride at Disney.
No.
It never really took off.
It doesn't. There's one sign at Hollywood Studios that is advertised WALL-E. I think the last time we were there that was gone. So I think they changed those posters, if you will. But no ride for old WALL-E.
Probably because it's too close to being real.
Yeah, that's right. And they want to stay away from that. For sure.
Does Ada Brett have any type of social media?
Her jam is YouTube.
Okay.
And so I still have to be very mindful of that, though. Like, there's so many things on YouTube that she doesn't need to be seeing. I started her on KidsTube.
Okay.
In which is tailored, right? More for the children. But she herself went over to YouTube, and so she's been on YouTube for a long time.
Is it kind of like we watch Instagram Reels?
Yes, exactly. She has this, I don't even know who it is, but there's this one girl, and she's kind of silly, but I'm telling you, that girl is like an influencer for kids. Like, she has all these, like, she makes these toys, she does these like games, and like Ada Britt loves her. So it's just interesting, to see her on that. And
Barrett used to like to watch videos of kids playing with toys.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't want to play with the actual toy. Like,
yeah.
he wanted to watch this kid play with toys or unwrap things.
Yes.
There was these things called surprise eggs.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What is the thing, B, you may know, what is the, it's like you build things. It's like a world where you build.
The Sims?
Maybe it's like The Sims. It's like
old.
The Sims.
Sims is old. Do you build stuff in Minecraft?
Minecraft. It's Minecraft.
Look at me.
That's so good, Sarah.
I knew.
Minecraft. Yes. She loves watching others do Minecraft. So they will talk, right? Like, she's not playing. She's on YouTube watching it. Like, how to do the things, how to build things, how to go from place to place, how to fly and blah, blah, blah. Okay. She loves that. Like, I'll go in a room and she'll have it like on her TV watching that. I'm like, is that your jam? Like,
luckily, Barrett just watches animal videos now.
I'm like, that's so crazy. But, that's just what they're used to.
I know.
So it is what it is.
So, and speaking of our kids, like, do you think there's anything that you would go back and tell your early mom self?
Yes. Hold on. Both of my children as babies were what we thought colicky.
Okay.
So they cried a lot. And I remember with Ada Britt bouncing her in front of the Christmas tree because she was born December 3rd. And I'm so thankful for the Christmas tree because I might have crossed over. But like, I was like, oh my gosh, I thought the world was ending. I was tired. I was sleepy. Maddie was young, luckily she was helpful, but I would absolutely tell myself it's going to be okay. Because in that moment, I really thought it wasn't going to be okay.
Right.
And I thought the world was going to end because I was so tired. And Chad was more helpful with Maddie than he was Ada Britt. And so I didn't always have that help.
Right.
And so, man, I thought I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make this or not. So, and I think kids are different. And I don't think it was colic. I think truly they had some acid reflux that was bothering them really. And so truly that's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to sit there and shake your baby like this, and
not too hard. Because that's the thing.
Shaking baby syndrome. Yeah, don't do that. But I did. I'm telling y'all, it was, that was a rough time. But I mean, it quickly, went and she got older quickly, but that was hard.
Right.
And so I would tell myself, hang in there. It will get, just like everybody, has something. I hear people, especially new moms, say things like, you have some unicorn babies that are amazing. They go to sleep, but some like spit up, some do this, some do that. It's okay. Hang on. You're going to get through this time,
right.
And
and there you are.
And then you're a little older, and then we tell ourselves,
right,
still going to be okay.
Yeah. Will you continue to tell yourself it's going to be okay?
It's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. Keep going.
I wish I would have accepted the help.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was a first-time mom, new mom, and totally felt like I had to do it all by myself because that's what I was supposed to be doing. This is what I had asked for.
Exhausting.
I wanted this little tiny baby.
That's
I wanted to be a mom. We joke that Barrett was born on Labor Day so that Gene was able to be there for his birth because he's a small business owner and so he doesn't close.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, he would have closed if I was going into labor.
That's right.
But I had him on a Monday and Gene went back to work on Tuesday. So...
That is good. Wow.
So and my mom was retiring, but she was not yet retired.
That's
so she had to go to work. But then even on the weekend, she would say, do you want me to come spend the night at your house? so you can get some sleep.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, no, I obviously I can do it. I wasn't working. So in my head, I was like, well, what else do I have to do?
Right. This is my duty.
This is what I'm supposed to be doing. But I really
mom.
wish I would have accepted that help, because it probably wouldn't have been so
That's so good.
hard.
Yeah.
If I would have gotten some sleep from somebody that was willing to help me.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Yeah, that's good.
So that's probably what, it doesn't make you a bad mom.
No.
It doesn't mean that you don't want to be with your kid or that you don't want to do something if you accept some help.
You actually, I would say that too. If you took the help, you probably would have been a better mom.
Right.
In that moment. Because
I would
you
have
get
been
so exhausted, frustrated, and your anxiety level goes up.
Mm-hmm.
You just reach a point sometimes where it's like, oh my gosh.
And you're just crying all the time.
Yeah.
You're crying all the time.
You're hormonal mess,
Yes.
And so that's a good one. Accept that help.
So that would have been my mom thing. And then,
that's good.
So I did have a friend, and she said there's some app that you can take a 1-second video of your kid. And then every year on their birthday, it compiles a video of the kid. And I didn't do it because it's like 1 second. And I do regret that now. So if you're a new mom and you're about to have a baby, somewhere out there's something that'll make a 1-second video of your kid. Do it. And I would have taken more videos. Yeah. As hooked as we are to our phones.
Oh my gosh.
I have 997 million pictures, but I never took a video, really.
Oh, yeah.
Jean was good about video, so we do have some. But not even like our parents were. Like, our parents have 90s VHS camera recordings of us doing everything. And I don't hardly have any videos.
Can we even play those anymore?
I don't know. You can send them off and get them converted to a digital file.
I didn't think my wedding's on one of those.
Yeah.
That's how long I've been married.
I do have a DVD, but we don't have a DVD player. So
even DVDs.
Yeah. I asked my friends.
Yeah.
My little friend group,
say?
And they gave me some really good nuggets of things that they would have told their past selves.
Ooh, that's good.
So let's see. I tell my past self that I'm okay, and it's okay to like myself, and it's okay for others not to. So I like that
that's
one.
good.
Yes. Yeah. And then we have start eye cream a decade earlier. Sister, preach it. Wear sunscreen. There's a graduation song for the class of 2000, and that's how it starts off. Wear sunscreen.
That is so good.
Legitimately true.
I thought I needed to be, and as a teenager, I self-tan, I need to do that, but I self-tan, so I have a pale skin, and so I burn very easily. I thought that was the thing you do. I thought that's what I needed to do. We're talking about baby oil, all the things.
Oh, yes.
Talking about
literally bake ourselves.
Bake ourselves. So wear
now I'm in a big hat and sunscreen.
Yeah, me too. Don't show your face.
Quality over quantity with friends.
Ooh,
which is good.
That's very good.
My dad used to tell me that you'd be better off to have 4 quarters than 10 dimes.
Yes.
So that was great. Always a good one.
That is a great one.
And this is very responsible. I still don't listen to it enough. Start saving a little bit each check now and don't touch it.
Yeah, I thought of that too.
Yeah.
When we were thinking about part 2.
No, I did start a savings account for Barrett.
Yes.
So I do shuffle a little money in there for him. Get involved in community. It is in who you know, which is true.
We say that today.
You're going to mess up. You're going to make mistakes, and no one is perfect. The only person that expects you to be perfect is yourself.
Yeah.
Which I feel like kind of speaks to the book that we're reading.
Oh my gosh. Beginner's Pluck.
Yes, Beginner's Pluck. She
With
talks
Liz
about that.
Bohannon, yeah.
Oh, and this one was good. Forgiveness isn't for the other person. It's one of the most healing things you will ever do for yourself. Which I thought was really good.
That's good.
Because I will hold a grudge. Oh, sister.
Sarah.
And I do it the worst with my husband.
Oh,
like anytime that we fight, like if he's late coming home, it's like, why are you so mad? I'm like, well, in 1987, you did blah, blah, blah.
You remember that? Because I do.
Right. This is just like the time in 2016, So I'm a horrible cataloger.
Yes.
And not that those are things that I don't forgive, but when people hurt you,
it's just easy to bring it up.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's just easy to be like,
it is. So I think you have to forgive other people, not for the other person. It's for you because it's easier. It takes way more energy to carry that shit around than 100%. It does to just let it go.
I can appreciate all those, and you did mention, which we talked about, when I was thinking today of things that we would say, we talked about today in our book club with Liz Bohanna with Beginner's Pluck about writing things down and being intentional. You know, I think that's good. I always thought, I have said it as soon as I actually got to ASA, I truly didn't used to write things down.
Right.
Like I didn't. Even a list or anything. I didn't write things down. I could keep it right here.
Sure. Oh, okay, that's awesome. I'm a list maker.
Yeah. Now that's different.
If I don't write it down, it doesn't happen.
Yeah. It's okay to make that list. It's okay to write it down. And I think that's the case for a goal. You know, we talked about wows today. Write it down and being intentional in what you're doing.
Right.
Whether small, whether big, write it down, do the thing, and check it off, if you will.
Keep the promise to yourself.
Keep the promise. That's exactly right.
Yes,
and so
keep the promise to yourself.
I did like that chapter. So if you haven't read that book, that's a good one. And again, we're in the process of reading it. So it's been a good one for sure. But there's so many things, Sarah.
Do you have a promise to yourself for your future self?
I think there are things I would tell my future self, and I hope I live up to those things. And I think it is to remember to be kind, have grace for yourself. And I think we've talked about all these things, but I think we need that reminder because we're going to be on social media. We're going to see the people. We're going to, you know, not judge, but at the same time be like, oh my gosh, their life looks so great. And I think also take the risk. I think the podcast is an example of that. Take the risk and don't be afraid to do that. It can fail, but it can also be a huge door that's open for you.
Right.
So I think that's one of mine. What about you?
Something that's along the same lines, and I don't really know how to put it into words, but maybe don't wait so long to do something like the podcast. Because, you know, we talked about it
for a long time.
And I'd even thought about it even before you and I met. Yeah. Not the podcast specifically, but that I knew I wanted to do something.
That's right.
And so if I get that inclining to do something like that, again, don't wait so long to do it.
That's right.
You know, take a step.
That's right.
Because we talked about that today. Don't be crippled by indecision.
That's right.
You know, exactly right. And I have someone in my life that is so afraid of making the wrong decision, they don't make any decision.
Oh, yeah.
And so they just have been stuck in the same place because they're so afraid to go forwards or backwards. And I don't ever want to be like that.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, so just to not wait so long to do things and to be kinder to myself. You know, I touched on this the last time that I spent the first half of my life wishing something about me was different. I don't want to spend the second half of my life like that. So, you know, at this point for the next 40 years, it is what it is.
That's right.
You know, y'all can just embrace this face.
This
mean face that I apparently have.
She ain't got a mean face.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe I have a sharp nose. I don't know what it is that people just think my face is so mean, but I'm just going to embrace it.
Embrace it. Yeah.
That's why I'm just going to start dressing like Miranda Priestley and I'm going to get some capelets and just come up with.
I love that. I do. Yeah.
But I think that's my big thing. I want my future self to know that I like her.
Ooh, yeah.
And I'm okay with her, however she is.
That's right.
And that I'm going to be kinder to her.
Yeah. That's important.
Know, and that she's a great mom.
Ooh,
I get bogged down in that a lot.
You are a great mom.
We're all great moms.
I think at the end of the day, everybody is doing the best they can.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, you're a great mom.
Yes.
If you are trying and you're loving, doesn't always mean a hug and loving.
Right.
But you're a great mom.
Yep.
You know, you're making it.
Yep.
So keep doing you.
Yeah. So
yeah. I love that. So we got a lot of good things coming up.
We do.
Yeah.
We have a guest coming in.
We do.
So I'm really excited about that. So
we're going
to have our first episode of the holidays.
Ooh, it's going to be good.
Well, holiday themed, I guess.
That's right.
Yeah, holiday themed episode. So I'm really excited about that coming up. We've mentioned the website. Yeah. We've got the YouTube. Y'all please go watch the videos. All the things.
Yep. Like and share us on Facebook.
And come back.
And come back. Yes. Come back and enjoy us.
Yes.
The chaos.
That's right. All right. What do you think about the wine?
Oh, yeah. So I love this.
Yeah.
And I'm a cab drinker, so I'm going to go with a 5.
I'm going to give it a 5 too.
Yeah. It's good.
It's a good one.
What about you, B? Ooh, interesting. Okay. Yes. I love it.
Well, y'all have a great week.
That's right. Bye, y'all.